Hello and welcome to NewFilmmakers Los Angeles in partnership with Movie Maker magazine. My name is Danny De Lillo and we're here at the South Park Center. I'm here with Flor with her movie, My Mind. Let's take a little clip.
Hey, Amber. Ooh, you smell really nice.
You like it? It's new.
Don't you think so, Chris? Hey, Christopher.
Yes.
Ooh.
Flor, thank you for being here and
Thank you for having me.
Thank you for coming all the way from the Netherlands to
Yes,
share your film with
of
us.
course.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
But for those that haven't seen it, tell us a brief synopsis.
Well, My Mind's a story. It's a love story, basically. It's a story about an autistic guy, and it's told from an inside perspective. So it's all about how his brain functions when he's navigating through his social life. That's it, basically.
It's such a special film. Like just watching it and seeing these characters and this relationship forming, it was really beautiful to watch.
Thank you.
It was so great to watch. You know, just these two adults in the form of animation, and not something we really see before. I always felt like we're either doing something very comedic or we're doing something that's kind of family entertaining. This was a real adult story between these two characters forming a relationship. It was beautiful. Where for you did the inspiration start where you wanted to create this story?
Well, I was a teacher. I taught animation to autistic students for a while, and during break, there was one of my students, he was talking about the Japanese subway system, or the Tokyo subway system. So he told me about the names of the stations, the names of the names of the trains. I don't know, he knew everything about it.
Yeah.
Also how many suicide attempts there were per
Yeah.
day. So he was really into this subject. And I thought, where do you keep all this information? How does it work? Why do you remember this?
Yeah.
And he says, I don't know. I find it interesting and I know it. And then it's in my head. But I'm not able to remember my homework. I'm not able to do my groceries. I don't know how to plan my day-to-day life. So he had his difficulties on other in other things in his life.
Yeah.
So this got me thinking about his brain, or brains in general. How does it work, and how can you visualize this process? Also for me to understand the whole process better, because it's a very conceptual thing in a way. Autism. It's like something. Is it Rain Man? No, it's not Rain Man. Is it Dexter? No, it's not Dexter. Is it?
Yeah, I certainly felt empathetic because I used to work with autistic children myself.
Yes.
And you know, it's amazing being around some of the most intellectual minds I've ever come across, and so interesting to find out also what different people, you know, are interested in as well, that have autism. Now, of course, in this particular story, he has a certain interest that he has, which is, you know, displayed in there. And of course, he's going in to meet this girl, and this relationship that gets formed is it's just beautiful to watch. It really is. Like I mean, even though it's a long short, it still left me wanting more. So where did that, from your experience of, you know, being a teacher and working with these children, move into the fact of you know, forming these particular characters?
During my period I was a teacher, I also fell in love with someone who turned out to be autistic himself.
Ah, yeah.
That was really an eye-opener in a way, because I thought I knew autism, and I didn't. You know, he said, well, I have difficulties in my life, and it feels like this. And I said, well, but you're not autistic. I know autism. You're not autistic. You're a bass player, archaeologist. You're going to parties and you're on stage. And it's also no. Don't worry. We all have our difficulties in life. Don't worry. It was only after our short-time relationship, when I was diving into the subject, and I asked him all about the things that he was going through when we were together. Also, I found out that there was so much going on in his head that I wasn't aware of at all.
Yeah.
And also with my students, like you don't. Well, I don't ask my students about their personal lives.
Yeah.
But then I quit being a teacher, and then I could. So
Yeah.
I made all these questionnaires for them, and I sent them through Facebook Messenger, and then also very well a lot of personal questions, and they answered. Some took a month or so, but
Yeah.
they answered like.
So you,
what do
I mean,
you
you did
think?
your research essentially,
Yes,
you know, and
yes,
so
very much, yeah.
was it very important for you that as you were putting this together, that you really just kind of showed this journey and that, you know, okay, he so happens to have autism, but everyone's kind of got the same insecurities and everyone's just looking for love and we're all kind of similar in lots of ways.
Yes,
Yeah.
it was.
Yeah, yeah,
Yes,
good. Because
yeah,
I found it relatable too.
I wanted to do something about someone everyone can relate to.
Yeah.
Like, and as someone you don't really see this from the outside, like
Yeah.
a hidden world. I
Yeah.
want to show this hidden world. And also, you have to be patient with each other to see, to discover the beauty
Yeah.
inside. And everyone's beautiful. Everyone here in the room is beautiful.
Yeah.
It opens conversations afterwards. Like
Of
people
course.
are also during the Q&A, people are standing up like I feel related. I think
Yeah.
I'm autistic, or people start crying.
Yeah.
But also during the cocktails afterwards, people are like really open all of a sudden, like talking about their insecureness or talking about their difficulties, and it's so nice because it's.
That's why film's so
that's
powerful
so nice.
and so important,
Yes,
you
it's
know.
so nice.
So what is that experience like to have this particular program that shines a light on great, talented filmmakers from the Netherlands, and then it's at the home of the Academy Motion Picture Arts and Science, at the home of the Oscars, with new filmmakers? What has that experience been like for you? What was that like?
Oh, it's very nice.
Yeah.
It's so good to be here.
Yeah.
And it's so nice. It's well, all the people are lovely.
Yeah.
And well, it was it was very classy.
Very classy?
Very classy. Yes,
Oh, we
yes.
try,
It was
we
really
try.
no. Also before this, the whole meet and greet program, and the screen was brilliant and
Yeah.
so big and really nice.
Well
Yes. Yes.
well deserved. So what's next, FIFA?
The promotion is taking a lot of time
Yeah.
right now.
On the world tour?
Yes. But in the meanwhile, I'm working on a short, and I'm trying to investigate the possibilities to turn this into a series.
Great.
So I got my first little bit of funding right now,
Yeah.
only a couple of days ago, and now I'm
Oh,
working to
congrats.
get more. Because it's not enough yet,
Yeah.
but it's something to start with.
Yeah.
And it will be about gender stereotypes and parenting in the animal kingdom, and I can't pitch it right now. But it's going somewhere.
You're
So
always
I'm really
making projects that
happy.
are moving and shaking and just making us feel and identify and understand and educate, and I think all those things are so important.
Yes, and also the research. So I'm starting with research, talking with parents and people are like social psychiatrist is involved, and a social biologist who's really into parenting in the animal kingdom, and he wrote books about this, and well, it's very interesting. Yeah.
Well, I'm so glad that you made this film for us. We're very, very grateful to have you, and thank you for coming halfway across the world to be here. Just keep making movies for us. That's all we require. But thank you very much, and thank you to Floor, and thank you for my mic.